mi show. Welcome to Catching Up with Claudia. Now, ojalá que se puedan quedar hasta el final para que puedan escuchar lo que va a compartir mi invitada o mi invitado. Así es que no se les olvide también de seguirnos por las redes sociales. Estamos en todas las plataformas. Hasta luego. Hello, ¿cómo están todos? It's la super comadre Claudia of RadioCrystalUSA.com. How are you doing? It's been a while, but I'm back. Welcome to the show and welcome to the recording of the Claudia Macias podcast as well. So, if you're a returning customer, welcome back. I'd love to have you here. I love to have you tune in. And if you are here for the first time, welcome. A little bit about myself. My name is Claudia Macias. My background is education. Mental health space is where I'm at right now. That's my current work. Been in education for many, many years. Had a chance to work with many families, children, kids in the community, surrounding community here in Houston, greater Houston area. So this is me. Born and raised here in Houston, Texas. Proud Mexican-American, able to speak more than one language. So welcome to my show. And we might not always agree with everything that is shared here or is said by me. And that's okay, because if you don't agree, you can always turn it off. But I welcome you to stay. I welcome you to connect. Maybe take away something new that you didn't think about, or maybe you really didn't care for, or maybe it just doesn't fit in your paradigm. But that's so, but welcome and stay, because you never know. You might be able to connect to something new or something different. It might help you in your life, or maybe it might help someone else around you. And that's what my platform has always been about. La super comadre, comadre meaning to literally co-mom. It's about community, coming together, connecting, sharing resources, uplifting people and stories. And this is what this platform is about. And for today's episode, one of the things I wanted to touch on is this weekend's Super Bowl show. I think I can say it. I don't think I'm going to get hit with, being told not to say the word, but okay. The big game that happened over the weekend, they had a halftime show that, had none other than the top selling artist in the world, mundial, Bad Bunny, Benito Ocasio. I can't forget the rest. I can't remember the rest of his name because of the menopausia, but let's just call him Benito, El Bad Bunny. And we're going to talk about what moved me. And if you want to jump in on the comments and share what moved you, what was a part of the Bad Bunny halftime show that you connected with. I've heard several friends and people that I've talked to about this where they were moved to tears. They were connecting because they saw something in there that reminded them of their, childhood. So we're going to share. I'll share a little bit about mine. If anybody wants to share in the comments, would love to have you share as well. And then we're going to go into elections. I have a candidate that's coming back, and she's going to give us an update on how her campaign is going. And we're going to talk about, important dates like voting, like when are the upcoming elections starting? When can we line up to vote? What do we need to go and make sure that we can vote? What do we need to take? And we're going to review our rights, because I think we might have skipped that in school, or maybe it wasn't shared, but I have something that is a visual, and it could be like a review too, because, I had to read it again and again and say, oh yeah, I remember that. So, brushing up on our rights as citizens. and even the rights for those who are undocumented, because you still have rights even if you don't have your all of your documentation. We're all living here, we're all human, and we also have rights. And then we're going to talk about some community events that I'd love to, put out there for you. We're going to have someone come in talk about a networking event because community is key. And then we're going to also share an upcoming event that has to do with a Democratic club. So that's what's in store for you today. We'd love for you to stay, share, connect with us. And if you have something you would like uplifted and shared, please reach out to us. Please reach out to me. We want to make sure that we're sharing and we're connecting. All right. So that's what have I been up to? La Super Comadre has been up to living, loving, taking care of herself or trying, making sure that my girls are okay because I got two teenage girls, brain building them because that's the work I do. I do brain building and I have a program that's called Brain Builders, and it's all about supporting and families with little infants and toddlers and building community so that they can then connect with other families because community is key. All right, so that's what I've been up to, brain building, my brain builders work in the mental health space, making sure that I'm okay, my kids are okay, and living la vida loca with my menopause pausias because I'm gonna put my glasses on because I really can't see my nose. I know I'm there in front of in front of you, but I'm gonna leave my glasses on. And yeah, so we thank you for being here and share this with other folks. Have them tune in. And before we get started with my guest, I want to bring in my super comadre Liliana. Where is she?
Yeah, comadre, I'm here.
All right.
Behind the scenes.
How are you doing?
I'm doing better than yesterday.
Good. Because that's what
Hey,
we want, right?
remember,
Because
I'm going a day at a time, one day at a time.
one
I'm
day
a
at a
golden
time.
girl, so that's how I have to one day at a time.
You know what? I love that, one day at a time, because
Mhm.
you know all of my life, it's always been, well, as much as I can remember, right? I don't remember anything before five, barely remember five, right? But it's always been like, hurry up for the next thing and learn for this and do for that and do some more. And now I feel sometimes like I'm doing that too much with my girls, but I'm trying to figure out that balance for them.
What now that you're saying that, I was reading this to my mom last time
Hmm.
because we were talking about that because she went through and I can say it because she told me I can about her health.
Oh, thank you.
She had a stroke in
Oh,
December and right after Christmas,
hmm.
and we're there. I was with her in the hospital. I actually celebrated my birthday with her
Wow.
in the hospital,
Yeah.
and we as women, we're taught.
Mm.
We don't. They don't teach us that it's okay to rest.
Mhm.
It's okay to take some time for yourself
Yeah.
during the day,
Yeah.
every day, not just an hour on Sunday, or not just. I mean, no, it's a. We need to have our me time,
Mm. Mhm.
and she was not taught that. I was not taught that.
Yeah.
I didn't teach that to my daughter.
Mm.
So now I'm discovering it, and I'm telling her too. Even though she's retired,
Mhm.
she was always on the go and in a hurry. Oh,
Yeah.
because I'm gonna have visits and the visit. Like she's always like that. So now that she had that,
Mhm.
we're all. I mean, the entire family are thinking about it now and are more aware
Yeah.
of it can happen to anyone at any time.
Mhm. Mhm.
So it's not just for women, but for everyone
Never.
to remember to take some free time to relax
Mm.
and not to feel guilty.
Oh, say it again.
Do not feel guilty about
Oh,
having some me time every day,
yes.
every single day.
Yes. You
That's
know,
that's what I've
that,
been learning, and I've been reading about everything about heart, everything
yes.
um about strokes and everything. So because I mean we got scared,
That is
and
scary.
we had never gone through anything like that in our
Mhm,
family, and now that we're aware and
mhm.
we know what to do in an emergency,
Yeah,
and I'm glad my instinct and my common sense worked
yeah.
on that day that happened. But yeah,
That
from
must have been
her,
really
I
scary.
learned, and she learned that she needs to relax
Yeah,
and
yeah.
delegate.
Oh, another thing.
You
Okay, I'm
need to
hearing,
learn.
don't be guilty. Okay, take some time, make some time to rest, even if it's algo pequeño, something, right?
Yep,
Every day, I heard every day.
every day
I heard, don't feel guilty.
at all. Don't.
That's so key.
That's a key. Uh-huh.
That is so key. And how did our parents get to that? Because when you describe your mom, you describe my mom. And now I do have pushback from one of my kids where she told me when she saw my calendar, she's like, I don't want to have to be doing here and going there and going there. I'm going to have a different life. And I'm like, yes, I want you to. I'm glad that she has a self awareness.
Uh-huh.
And she also pushes back for me or on me, I guess, to slow down. Like sometimes I come home from picking him up, dropping him off, picking him up, dropping him off, picking him up, dropping, and then I get home and then it's time to eat. And a lot of times I'm tired. I'm tired because I've been thinking and doing all day. And then I say, okay, I'm gonna get on the couch. I'm gonna get my little blanket and then I'll get up and make something or or order something. And then Pilar, well, I just discovered y'all discovered who I'm talking about. Mommy, it's okay. Go ahead and lay down. And I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
But I'm glad that she's there to remind me. And then it helps me, like you're saying, what am I modeling for my girls?
And today I read something I shared with my daughter-in-law,
Hmm.
which is very important. Even though it says mama's
Oh,
boys,
yeah.
it's on the perspective from the mom, not
Uh-huh.
from the boy,
Uh-huh.
not from other people's, but mama's boys. In mama's girls, I would
Uh-huh.
say mama's children.
Yeah.
When you cuddle with them,
Mm.
how do you call it? Serotonin
Yeah, the
and
serotonin. Uh-huh.
it's so amazing
Yeah.
that moms get to relax,
Yeah.
even though you're doing it for them, like
Yeah.
cuddling and making them feel comfortable and everything.
Mhm.
You automatically are doing it for yourself.
Yes.
So
It's
that gives you a lot of
I love
health.
that.
It's
I love
healthy.
that.
And I don't know if it's okay, comadre, but this is what I read to my mom.
Read it, share it.
And and it's in Spanish for the Spanish speakers. And if you have a someone to translate it,
We're not gonna get mad here and have an alternative reading, so don't worry.
exactly. And you can always choose translate on
Google
the.
Translate.
Uh, it says, algunas crecimos creyendo que el cansancio venía incluido en ser mujer, que
Mm.
siempre había algo más urgente que escuchar al cuerpo, perdón, más urgente que escuchar al cuerpo. Pensamos que detenernos era un privilegio que no nos correspondía. Muchas aprendimos a vivir en movimiento constante, no porque quisiéramos, sino porque así aprendimos a amar, a sostener, a sobrevivir. Por eso, cuando bajamos el ritmo, aparece la culpa, no porque estemos haciendo algo mal, sino porque nunca nos enseñaron a descansar sin sentir que fallamos. Elegir el descanso no borra la historia de las mujeres que vinieron antes. Al contrario, las honra, olvidando todo el peso que ellas no pudieron soltar. Por eso no todo tiene que seguir igual. A veces el cambio comienza cuando una se permite hacer un alto para quererse, cuidarse y continuar con más fuerza.
Oh my God. I love that.
It's
And we need to
so
have it in
amazing.
English. But that right there, yeah, that's exactly what we need to keep what I need to keep telling myself. And just as a summary, what was just read by Liliana was I'm going to summarize it. It's all about women. Why do we take on the burden of not taking the time to stop and take care of ourselves? Right there.
Mhm.
And how we need to make sure that we do. And I'm going to say it in a nutshell that we need to stop, take care of ourselves so that we can take care of everybody else before.
Exactly. Comadre, I'm gonna be behind the scenes.
Yes.
I'm gonna be listening to your
Thank
show.
you. Thank you for
Thank you.
sharing an
Love
update
you.
about your mom. Thank you. Love you. And tell her that we're praying for her, that she has a full recovery. And we're here, dándole el dale, dale, dale.
Dale, dale. Las
Okay?
porras.
Las porras. Hey, hey, hey.
Thank you, comadre.
Absolutely. All right. So, you know what? It's always good to catch up with your comadres. That part is so needed in the work that you do, whether you're working out of the house, working in the house, you're running a business, you're renting a home and a business, but like connecting with someone, connecting with yourself, taking that time to slow down, even if you're having to sit in your car for a few minutes and breathe, because what she shared is super important because Liliana and I have known each other for a long time. We literally, spent a lot of our time in our late 20s, early 30s, now 50s, seeing ourselves, go through our changes. But as we change and grow, so do our moms. And that was a beautiful share from her, reminding us through her mom as well that we women need to take care of ourselves. All right, so welcome to episode number 325, season 10. Thank you for coming, and we love to step into our next portion, which is, let's see, we have we're going to catch up with Desiree Klaus. Bringing on back my super comadre who is out there doing her thing. Welcome back. Give us an update on how you're doing with the campaign, first of all, because you're already here before and you're back. See if you can unmute yourself.
There you go. Thank you so much, Claudia, for inviting me back. I appreciate it. Such an honor. Always enjoy my time here on the show with y'all. So campaign update. Well, so far as we are heading into the primaries, for those that don't know, I'm running for House District 128, which is inside Baytown, Crosby, Highlands, LaPorte, Huffman, Deer Park, a little bit of Pasadena, and Morgan's Point. And we are doing really well because I am the only Democratic primary candidate. So my candidacy or my primary run is a little different from others, but it doesn't mean I don't need any help, and it doesn't mean I'm not doing any less work. I am still doing work, and I'm still definitely needing some fundraising and working on that as we get into after the primaries. We'll definitely need more financial help and fundraising support. So, but doing really well. We're definitely on theme with taking care of ourselves. I'm currently right now taking care of myself right now and making sure my health is a priority because I know this campaign is going to take everything I got. And so right now I'm definitely been taking care of my health, getting some rest, some recovery, and doing all those things. But I'm super excited about this campaign and just being able to be a part of it. Again, I am the first Latina to run in this district. We are trying to flip this district blue after 15 years of Republican-led conservative leaders. And we are one of the districts to watch because we are also in the epicenter of Baytown, which is the epicenter of Exxon refinery, one of the largest refinery plants in the state, not just the state, but in the country. So, yeah.
Now, with that in mind of flipping, I was trying to remember someone that just won in Dallas who flipped an area that historically has been red forever.
Yeah, are you talking about Taylor Remmett?
Is that the person that just won?
Yeah, I believe he just won a special election. And he was out fundraised by like millions of dollars, and he won his campaign and it flipped that district blue for the first time.
Okay. Yes, I just got a confirmation from my former husband. Because I'm going to have him on. I think he's going to log in and talk about what he's doing. But yes, he said his name is Taylor, and he's a union leader.
Yes.
Now, here's an interesting part on that, and because you are in that space too, potentially, that we want to flip it. I heard a story about how this person won, that the voters were mostly the people that were persuaded from red to blue, and also there were a lot of independents were brought in. Now, my question, just in general, is how do we persuade the people that are Democrat? Like, tell me.
You mean just the Democrats? How do we?
Because you could also go out there and persuade and say, hey, like persuade on or bring people into your column by talking about things that matter, health. We talked a little bit about health offline. We'll talk a little bit right now about food, the rising cost, education, great education options. So how are we going to do that? So share a little bit about that, and then we're going to bring in some more guests.
Yeah, no, and that's one of the reasons why I decided to run, Claudia, is because, I started to look at my community to see, running as a candidate, do I best represent my community? One, I'm a mom. Two, I'm a Latina in a district that is predominantly Latino. Three, I'm also a small business owner. And those are things that people in our community can relate to. And I'm dealing with a lot of the same struggles that people in our community are dealing with, wanting my kids to have better education, safe schools. Unfortunately, here at GCCISD, we had a stabbing last December. I was definitely involved and part of making sure our community was heard in that. And then also making sure we have more job growth, better jobs, higher wages, more opportunity. Right now, I am pushing for our community, the district, to have more than just one pipeline to go work for Exxon or the chemical plants. We need jobs that are going to make people excited to work for, and also other genres, right? Not everybody wants to work at the plants, and we need to make sure that there are opportunities for that, whether it's helping them build their small businesses stronger and giving them more opportunities for grants and loans and things like that, or whether it's getting into the tech industry. I would love to see a tech incubator here in this community. I would love to see just an innovative incubator in this community. And unfortunately, we haven't seen one yet, but we are in desperate need of something out of the box, something new. So those are the reasons why I decided to run. And, a stat that's not real nice to hear, our community also is in the top 10 cities of the highest unemployment rate in the state of Texas. Yet Exxon lives, resides, and employs people in this community. So how is that possible? So I think those are things that really are important to not just me as a candidate, but I also believe the people that live in this district all over this district, not just in Baytown as well. So yeah, that's what I decided to do. And when I decided to do that, I really wanted to look at who's in our community, what are their pains, and are those my same pains? Yes, they are my same pains. So I can definitely relate.
Yeah. No, well, thank you for stepping into this arena. And thank you for coming today and reminding us about why you're running, how can people connect with you? You still need like, support, monetary support, some people to go out there and hit the pavement, get your information out, get involved. And I want to bring on,
volunteers.
Speaking of community or small business, I want to bring on my one of my sponsors. Her name is Elle Graves Spencer. I want her to come on because we're going to do a little Comadre Entrepreneur Spotlight or Highlight. And we're going to shorten it and call it Comadrepreneur. So bring on Miss Latricia Elle Graves Spencer. Oh, there she is.
Hi, y'all.
Hello. Well,
Hello.
I want to bring you on because I wanted you to highlight yourself while I am unpackaging or unboxing something that came in my mailbox.
I'm so excited. I'm glad you received it. That is and you are the flagship recipient of the first ever Cookie Face Cosmetics Brown Cookie Crumbles Eyelash Collection. We recently went through an amazing accelerator incubator last summer. We won out of 17 other companies. Thank you. So I took all of those wonderful ideas from those workshops and from my mentor, and I poured those into retail ready packaging. Yes, that's it. That is it. And we worked. Actually, that box is about 3 years in the making.
This is lovely.
Thank you.
When you said cookie crumble, I'm like, I don't know if I want to eat these or wear these.
And that's kind of where we're going with them. They're so cute and so delicious. You almost want to eat them up. Yes.
Oh, the packaging is amazing. And just so you know, all of my viewers, people that are watching, first timers, returning customers, I have seen the evolution of Miss Elle Graves Spencer's product for years now. I mean, she started out with a table at the National Hispanic Professional Organization Christmas, and we're gonna tie in. Let's bring in Ilsa Garcia, who is the president of NHPO. Let's bring her in. So we'll have a little Brady Bunch thing going on right here.
Hello, everyone. Hello. Oh my God, you're killing me with the eyelashes. I love it. I am so proud of you.
If it wasn't for the NHPO, if it wasn't for you guys believing in me when Cookie Face was a little crumble, like literally a little cookie crumble, I would not have gotten to where I am now and kept going. Every time y'all poured into me, every time you poured into Cookie Face, every word of encouragement, big or small, like Claudia always says, the all in the small. It helped keep me going and fueled me. And so I want to thank NHPO, and I'm always going to be looking out for y'all. Ilsa, I'll get some in the mail to you also.
Thank you.
If it wasn't for NHPO, I would have given up, oh my God, a long time ago. But y'all said, come on, sit at the table with us. And I'm like, I don't belong at the table with y'all. You know what you're doing. I have no idea. You're like, come on, sit at the table with us. Move down, make some room for Cookie Face. And so ever since then, we have just been going. And I want to thank y'all so much. Now, the eyelashes are geared towards brown hair beauties like myself.
I see.
Redheaded hotties and blonde bombshells, because what I was noticing as a brown hair beauty, when you go to the stores, there are no cute, readily available brown eyelashes on the store shelves. Everything, and there's a time and a place for a dark eye, black eyelash, right?
Yes.
But when you just want to be natural, I couldn't find anything. And so I had to create my own eyelash line. And thanks to y'all kept me going. NHPO kept me going. And so here we are now. I'm scared to say that I'm ready to go retail, but
Yes.
Target, Sephora, Ulta, CVS, Walgreens, Rite Aid,
Speak
we're
it.
ready. We're ready.
Speak
We're
it.
ready.
And we're ready for
Absolutely.
you. Are you kidding me? That one of the things I always tell Claudia and the board of NHPO is that when we hear stories like this, we do get the opportunity to talk to so many people and many small businesses. About 3 years ago, right after COVID, we decided as a group, as the board, to really, really focus on small businesses, right? Because we hear what you are saying, and we want to give the opportunity all the time to small business opportunity. We've heard, we have tabled with people who are selling candies, and they're looking at us like this is a business or this is a network, and I'm like, but you don't get it. Like, this is how this will take off. And as the years have gone by, we've seen you grow so much. We want to thank you. Don't thank us. We want to thank you because you make NHPO. You make NHPO happen. I mean, if it weren't for our vendors, our small vendors that come with their items, I always tell our board people, if you're not a vendor, you don't understand what it takes. Oh, a small business. My sister has a small business to be able to lug all those tables, all your product, set it up, make it
Yes,
pretty, hope
yes,
that somebody passes by and it catches their eye, hope that you sell an item. It is one of the it's harder than a 8 to 5 job sometimes, being a small business owner, because you depend on that money, you depend on people, you depend on your product. And so congratulations. And I it just brings me so much joy to hear
I
that. And
know.
you will
I know.
always be our NHPO family. You're stuck with us.
You're stuck with us. Sorry. Forever and ever. Now,
I
here's
will
what
be
we
at your
are
event
making.
next week. I will be at your event next week, but I'll be there as a participant. I won't be there as a vendor because I'll have my rodeo outfit on and looking all cute, but I will be
Yes.
there next
Yes.
week.
I will be wearing, and we're ready and wearing cowboy chic with the eyelashes, the cookie crumble eyelashes, and
Yes.
I fall under the brown haired beauty. So that's gonna be me. So
Absolutely.
back and now I want to tie in the importance of community. Here we are. We have Desiree running for office. You mentioned we need business. We need a place for elevating small businesses. NHPO, whenever we need to synergize, figure out how we can support local businesses in Baytown, or if there's an
Right.
incubator of some sort, here is where we can have that synergy. So then thinking about our next event. So Ilsa, please share, because
Sure.
this is an event that Desiree, we'd love to have you to come out to our next event and network and elevate who you are, what you're doing for Baytown, and hobnob, connect, get your voice out there and what you're doing. We will have a seat for you if you she's getting through some stuff, and you can share what you want, Desiree. But but Ilsa, share
Sure.
this amazing event coming up, and then Desiree, we're gonna roll you in too.
Sure. So we are back. NHPO is back in 2026 with our signature event. NHPO welcomes the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo alongside with our board installation event. The board is back for, I don't know, season number 120.
Something like that.
Yeah, we are back and we are ready. I am very honored to be back as president of NHPO for my 5th year now. And our chair this year will be Angel Way Flores. And drum roll, for those that do not know, our chair elect, who will be our chair next year, is our very own Claudia Comadre Macias. So round of applause. Round of applause for Claudia.
Thank you.
So, Claudia, you next year you'll be leading the pack with NHPO.
Ooh,
Okay.
Where everyone's
And
gonna get eyelashes.
everybody, right? So we are excited to welcome all the members, friends, family, supporters of NHPO February 18th at J&M Bar. Beautiful location, outdoor. It's going to be beautiful, but most important, we have our media sponsor, Que Onda Magazine. We also have our underwriter, Ford Latino, providing a lot of goodies, a lot of great events, and also we will be we'll be asking our guests to bring books
Mhm.
for the little readers, to help out the little readers organization. We want to donate as much as possible. Again, NHPO opens the doors again to help all our community, and we are just really proud and honored to be back for 2026. We already had our first board meeting where we ended up having new sponsors working with us this year. And we're bringing back our signature events, starting with this one, which is our Western event, and then our Cinco de Mayo event. And of course, September 16th, back at the Capitol in Austin.
Yes.
Yeah, so we're really excited. And also a big thank you to Nuestra Palabra, Tony Diaz, as he has joined us as part of our sponsors as well. So
Mhm.
this is another group that we are teaming up with to make 2026 bigger and better. So hope to see all of you next Wednesday.
Next Wednesday. And how should we dress again?
Hey, it's cowboy chic. So
Mhm.
dust off those cowboy boots, those hats, and come out and join us. It's going to be a great event. Listen, if you don't have cowboy boots and hats, we got you. We're okay with you, okay?
That's okay.
You come as you are. Just come and enjoy. Come and network. Bring your business cards. Um, as part of NHPO, and I hear this a lot, it is a joke actually with NHPO. We hear these three things: that they got their next job because of NHPO, that they met their new connection or their new, going to school or their next career move through NHPO. And the third thing we hear a lot is that they met their boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, and wife at NHPO.
Hey, it's all.
So
So you could pick up some eyelashes. You could pick up a new partner. I don't know.
network, and I keep on pushing with the network, right?
Just
And
network.
then the funny part is that they stop me and they're like, I've been married to my wife now like 18 years, and I met her at NHPO, and I'm like,
Yeah.
oh my God, that's amazing. That is
Yeah.
amazing. And so it's a great way of connecting, whichever way you want to connect. But we encourage you to bring your business cards. We encourage you to bring your mindset, to bring your ideas of what you want in 2026, and hope that you can find them at our networking event on February the 18th, whether it be a new connection, a new business venture, a new career move, whatever it is that you are seeking. Join us on the 18th of February, J&M Bar. And again, thank you to our sponsors, For Latino, Que Onda Magazine, that are teaming up, and Nuestra Palabra.
Yes. It's all about connection, community. What else we got?
Claudia, and we just added yesterday, there will be an after party. Apparently,
Drum roll, please.
drum roll.
After party.
Yes,
Okay.
and we will go ahead and put that out through Alex Carmelo, and a new location in downtown that will be hosting an after
Okay.
party.
Oh
Okay.
my gosh. See, connections abound. That, and one of the things that I wanted to share is with all of us, you just never know why we all meet. Because at some point, someone's path, someone's talent, time, or treasure, it's going to be needed either by me, by you, or maybe we just need a comadre to talk to and just share some stuff. Community is where it's at. Community is
Claudia,
key. So yes, ma'am.
you see the beautiful Christmas card picture that I sent you?
I know I was sharing it.
That is as a result of a connection with one of your photographers that I randomly met 4 years ago, my very first NHPO event. He's turned my family and I into rock stars. The picture before that, the year before that, we did all blue in our tux and tails. People are still talking, and they look forward to the picture every year. So this year will be our third year working with him, Mr. Christopher Pignon, for the
I love him.
Studios. Absolutely amazing. My kids love him. My husband loves him. So that's as a result, a happy accident as a result of networking through NHPO. So thank y'all for that. Thank you.
Yes. And he will be on at our next show, our next recording, because he has an important announcement to make. He's also moving on up. And so, you know what? I love this. It's all about love. It's all about connecting and putting yourself out there, and also pushing ourselves and each other.
Absolutely.
Even when we're like, and then we got to get back up and But yes, so thank you so much for sharing. And we're not done yet, because it's all about community. And Desiree, gonna put this on your calendar because, and all of y'all, I want to invite you all because I have the vice president of the Maryland Democrat Club coming on, and y'all are gonna recognize him. He is my co-parent in arms. So come on
I love
in.
Alex.
Where is he at?
Can you hear me okay?
Oh, yes, we can hear you. All right. How are you
Great.
doing?
I'm doing fantastic. Super Comadre, thank you so much. And it's so good seeing y'all. I can see y'all. Unfortunately, if y'all don't mind, I'm kind of off camera right now.
No worries.
Because, I'm doing double duty as a parent, right?
Which thank you, by the way.
We all have to do, right? Picking up my daughter who stayed after for practices and rehearsals here for recitals at our premier high school in HISD for the arts, the Kinder High School for the Performing and Visual Arts. So I apologize if I'm not.
No worries. Camera, no need to apologize. Yeah. But can you, we're going to pull up while you speak. We're going to pull up your flyer. So Liliana, could you bring up the flyer so that he can just share? Well, I'll share, you'll share, but the next meeting, and all of y'all need to come to this. Latricia, if you can come, Ilsa, Desiree, the club always has a little open mic at the end too. Even if it's not your area, we have people that still come out just to say, hey, I'm running for this over here in Baytown. You know any people out there, even though it's in the Bel Air area. So Liliana, do you mind pulling up that flyer? And just as she's pulling it up, can you go ahead and give a few details for the upcoming event for the Maryland Debs? Let's do the other one, Liliana.
Sure. Thank you. And again, thank you for letting us have an opportunity to speak with y'all and your audience. Super Comadre, I know, you put a lot of heart and soul in Liliana as well, in making sure that you provide so much information for our communities across Houston and across the areas. I do want to share, again, my name is Alex Villegas. I'm the Vice President of Maryland Democratic Club.
I think we lost you.
Can you hear me okay?
Okay, now we can hear you. So you're the Vice President of the club, and tell us about your event that's coming up on Monday, February the 16th.
So Monday at the Faith Lutheran Church, in its auditorium, we will have Democratic primary candidate for governor, Gina Hinojosa, come and speak with our club. We have members, but it's open to anybody to come who's interested to learn more about her as a candidate. Gina has been in the state legislature at least for 8 years, and some of you may have heard of her really through the big voucher battle that we went through in these last couple of years in the last session and through the 2 special sessions. Gina was a working mom before she ran for office. Actually, is still working because state legislature is not a full-time job, to be honest with you. It meets once every other year. But it can be really demanding, as we have seen with the special sessions. But she'll be here to talk really from her perspective as an Austin-based Latina mom and candidate who is really been taking this fight for really parents and families across Texas on education, but on so many other things as well that are really near and dear to our hearts, right? Infrastructure, cost of living, all these other kinds of issues that have become big issues here in Texas. But, most importantly, education, because that's the future.
Yeah.
I mean, our children really are dealing with a lot of issues right now with regard to testing, post-COVID, the demands that are being put on them with regards to extensive testing, and really, you got to question some of the effectiveness. So Gina's going to be joining us. Our meeting starts at 7. Again, it is February the 16th. It's a Monday. As a club, we meet every 3rd Monday of the month. So we'd love to have y'all come join us, and folks in the community to come join us. if you can't, because of obligations or whatnot, we do also live stream on our Facebook site
Mm-hmm.
for Maryland Dems. So you can join us online or you can join us in person. I really recommend folks come out, meet us. We're a very inclusive club.
Mm-hmm.
We've been around for over 20 years, started by Alan Gutman, who identified a need in our area to really kind of bring folks with different opinions and different backgrounds together, and not just have a discussion and debate club, but rather a activist organization that really helps local candidates get visibility, help them fundraise, help them canvass, and get out there. And we've been successful in our neck of the woods. We were one of the first clubs that was able to help achieve the flipping of what was that time House District 7, which now is Lizzie Fletcher.
Yeah.
But that had been a Republican-held House seat for, since the early 70s. So, when you organize, when you come together, we as people can do a lot of great things. So we definitely welcome, one and all to come out and join us. I'll be there. Well, I won't be there, but Art Pronin, our president, you'll be able to meet him. I know Super Comadre often comes to help and provide support. So I appreciate that, Claudia.
Absolutely.
And come and meet the rest of the board.
So an invitation to all. And one quick question, Alex. If you're not a member of the club, is there a charge? Can people just come for that day? We have candidates that often come up.
Alex,
and
can you hear me okay?
Yeah, we can hear you. Are they able to connect? Can they come out without having to pay? I think we lost connection.
I may have lost you guys. I don't know if you can hear me.
Okay.
I can't hear you.
That's okay. But we have just wanted to recap February the 16th. Put it on your calendar. Want to make sure that you're out there, that you're coming and meeting these candidates, just like the way you're getting to know Desiree Klaus, who's here, who's sharing who she is. Make sure that you come out to this event. And if you cannot make it, you can always watch the live stream. You can watch it live and watch the recording afterwards. So important date. So let's bring on our panel. Are we still here? Let's bring them back on so we're almost at the closing point. We got Desiree. Where's did Elle Gray, Spencer? Okay. Is she still here? Is she connect? She disconnected? Well, one of the things I wanted to share, Desiree, is one of the questions that I have, and maybe, you've experienced this. When I've heard, through a person, I don't even want to name his name, but he's in the ear of the president, and I think his name is, I'll just go ahead and say it, Steve Bannon. I heard him say on some show or some conference, when asked about ICE, and then the quote included something about, yes, we will have ICE out there during the elections. How should we prepare for that? Are we preparing for that as part of just Texas elections, people? What should we be ready to do and show that we can vote? Any thoughts and words or direction for that?
Yeah, I mean, I have heard him say that. I've heard some sound bites from that clip as well.
Mm-hmm.
I think we need to think about one thing, which is, what are our rights? So if you don't know your rights, get educated. If you're registered, know what you need to be prepared with when you go to vote, which is obviously your ID. And also, don't let intimidation or fear deter you from being there, because you're supposed to be there, because you're a citizen and this is your right to vote. Mm-hmm. So those are some things I can definitely say, just as someone who has voted since I was 18 years old. I know for some, it might be their first time to vote this primary, and that's okay. But please don't let anybody in the media scare you or make you feel like you're doing something wrong, because you're not. If
Okay.
you are a citizen and you are a registered voter and you are there to vote, you are exactly where we need you to be. So, those are some words of encouragement I can give. And as far as if you're concerned about your safety, find out what the options are for voting. Sometimes, I know previously in the past during COVID, they had, for the handicap especially, they have voting, where you can have a help getting voting as a handicapped person. So those are some other options if you're concerned about that. But figure out what your options are. Pull up, yes, thank you, pull up voting, and so yeah, do that. And again, don't let the media scare you to the point where you choose not to show up, because that is what they want. They want us, they are counting on us to not show up.
Okay. And thank you for saying that. And I'm going to pull up something in L. Gray Spencer. You probably know who this person is. Jarvis Johnson, for Texas 29th Congressional District. I saw this on your page, on your profile, Miss Cookie Face. And I wanted to make sure that we all have these dates down in our calendar. February 17th, early voting begins for primary election. February 20th, last day to apply for mail-in ballot. February 27th, end of early voting. And March the 3rd is election day. So make sure you got these dates down. Like, Desiree said, take all your paperwork with you.
Yes.
Do not be intimidated. Do not let yourself get swayed and feared into not exercising your right. And like you said, if you feel uncomfortable, make sure that we ask. We say, hey, this is what's going on. There are so many numbers that are put out in case you feel that your right is being not impeded on. I think that's the word. So yes. So go ahead.
And Claudia, as well, there will be election workers that are trained to make sure that things like this don't happen, right? Where it's called voter intimidation. We want to make sure that, you are feeling supported and you're not feeling like you're doing something taboo. I mean, voting has never been more scary than it is now. And that's the reason why we have to show up, because they're wanting to put that fear in us to say, oh, whether you're a citizen, ICE could detain you, which we know is not part of our Constitution. Exactly. It's not part of our rights. Make sure you have your rights. Make sure you have your card to know what your rights are. So you, whether you're undocumented or a citizen, I'm a third generation Mexican American. My mom is a citizen as well. And we carry these cards with us, not just for ourselves, but for others, to make sure we educate our community.
I love it. I love it. Thank you so much for reminding us. And as we close, I'm going to put on a hat because I want to ask, and if you would like to share, you can share. If not, it's okay. But I have my earrings on that are actually, they say Fiesta on them. And these are from the Ilsa's Glam Boutique, one of my sponsors. And again, also, I forgot to include that the Maryland Dems meeting that's coming up on February 16th, talking about connections, is sponsored by one of my sponsors, Menawake. Adriana Clausen, Rubio Clausen is the one sponsoring the dinner at the February 16th Maryland Dems meeting. So come on out, get some eats, get to know the candidate, even if maybe that's not the side of the aisle that you're on, and that's okay. You're welcome to come out and meet the candidate for yourself. Just, be civil, come out and have a conversation. Let's get back to connecting. Let's get back to eating, fellowshipping, treating each other with love, and I wanted just to share this. I wanted to see if any of my panelists, if you want to share, if not, that's okay. But, what was the moment that you connected with the Bad Bunny Super Bowl halftime show? I'll share mine. I know we share a little bit offline, Desiree, but for me, there were so many. But I just wanted to say that earlier you said something, Desiree, about having to carry your card, even though you're a citizen. I feel the same way sometimes. Like I need to make sure that people know that I belong here, right? Even though I might look like the ones that they're rounding up. And to see on display for the world to see, a message for me was, America, we're all here. These folks that are represented by these flags make part of the Americas. And this is what makes up America. And then all the folks that are here, that have been born here, that came here, and, we're here. And, that's what I took away, is that being inclusive, and making sure that we as Latinos got a chance to see, and then also for my Afro-Latino sisters and brothers, got a chance to see pieces of their life. Like the one thing that there's so many, but the one with the kids sleeping on the chairs was like, wow. Do y'all remember that part? Kids sleeping on the chairs. I don't know if you had a chance to see it, but kids sleeping on the chairs at a wedding. That took me back to so many parties where the parents put the chairs together and the kids were laying on the chairs and you just throw some blankets on them, and the party continued at a quince, at a wedding. That was the part that really, like, wow, this is what we do, and now it's on display, and now we're sharing this with the rest of the world and other folks that might not know about that practice. But to see that on the stage that I've never been used to seeing it on was just amazing. Any takeaways, any moments that either of y'all want to share? You're more than happy to share. If not, it's cool. What was yours, Desiree?
There was many, right? We chatted previously, but one of the ones I really enjoyed was when he went to go get the shot of tequila, or I don't know if it was tequila, but it was something, a shot from the lady. And she's like a symbol of community for the Puerto Rican social clubs. And so I felt, I didn't have that experience as an adult, but as a child, going to the local grocery store that was Latino owned in my community, that was right, my family would walk to Tony's. It was a little store that we would go buy candy and goodies and all the things. And, our version as a Mexican American of a bodega, but it wasn't a bodega, right? We didn't call it that, but it was the convenience store. So that was one thing I could really relate to. Obviously the kid and the chair, there was so much, but I love just the beauty of the Latino culture supporting small businesses, the vendors, the community, the culture, the dancing, all of it. It was just something that I'm so proud of as a Mexican American to be a part of, and to understand that as a Latino or Latina, I can relate to that. I can understand that.
Absolutely. Thank you for that share. Alex, any connections that you made that you would like to share? I think he was there, but then he was not. Oh, I think we lost. But thank you, Alex, for sharing earlier about Marilyn Dems. Miss L. Graves, any thoughts?
I was going to tell Alex that he looked amazing. I'll tell him.
Yes, there he is.
I made it home. Hi, guys.
You look amazing, Alex. It's so good to see you.
I'm glad to be here among all you beautiful ladies.
You look amazing.
Thank you.
What I took away from Bad Bunny, and I know he had to have had the weight of the universe on his shoulders. I was more nervous for him, I think, going into the Super Bowl probably than he was. I was like, oh my God, what's gonna happen? I was just so worried about him. And the biggest takeaway for me is that he held his head up.
Yes.
He never looked like he had the weight of the universe on his shoulders. And I think there was a controversy about him singing every single song in his native tongue. I was like, you go, boy. He did not back down. he held strong, he held firm to that. That showed pride to me.
Yeah.
And that, in correlation with him holding his head high, said, hey, I'm here. I'm representing my culture. I'm representing my people. I'm not going to, kowtow to what the others are saying I should be doing and how this should look to make them happy. I was
Yeah.
just really excited when it was done. I actually breathed a sigh of relief for him, like, oh,
You know
he
what?
did it.
I can relate to the sighing at the end. I was like, is this man wearing a bulletproof vest at first? Because when I saw him at the Grammys, I heard that he was wearing something underneath for protection, and it looked again like he had it. And you're right. I was like, I was trying to enjoy it at the same time, like, okay, don't mess with Bad Bunny. Okay, it's all love, it's all music. Let's just stay there. And yeah, I can relate to that sigh of relief at the end. Plus, I was also choking when I saw Ricky Martin. I'm like, oh my God, that Ricky Martin took me back to when I was like living La Vida Loca. Well, what about yourself, Alex? What was your takeaway?
It was just so moving, really, to see this. Gosh, in 15 minutes, to be able to craft an experience that walks you through a journey of not just one community, but so many communities and how we come together. And it was just so inclusive. And the big theme to me was this theme of family and love. And it's interesting that he didn't shirk from it. He didn't shirk from making, I guess, any kind of statement, but it wasn't a political statement. I think it was a statement of just expressing joy, right? That perhaps one of the best ways we can assert call it our right to exist, our right to enjoy happiness and the freedoms that our country provides, and to live the fullest that we can, is through this manifestation of joy and celebration of family and celebration of community and recognizing. I mean, he did so many shout outs, and I mean, the last couple of days have been all about folks from different communities and different countries that had not even thought that they never really get thought about or talked about, right? Or well, they do get thought about, but I mean, they just never really get included in this overarching universal world that's called Latino-ness, right? But he even gave a shout out to Canada, right? Our friends way up in the north.
Even Canada got a shout out. Yes.
So
well,
yeah.
Thank you so much for your connection and for being here today and for sharing about the Maryland Dems and upcoming events. And thank you, Desiree, for giving us an update. Keep taking care of yourself because we need you out there. Making sure that people are voting for you, voting for that change that Baytown and surrounding areas need. And thank you, Cookie Face Crumble, Amiga, Comadrepreneur, El Gray Spencer. Thank you so much for your gift.
Head on over to cookiefacecosmetics.com if you want to get ready for rodeo season. We've got fresh new batches of brown eyelashes fresh out the oven.
Yes. Connections and community are key. And also, Ilsa, shout out to her, the president of NHPO, for being here earlier. And all these connections, from Chris Billon doing your pictures to Desiree, when we met, you had me on your show promoting Brain Builders. And here we are supporting each other's platforms and work. Alex with Maryland Dems, making sure that people know that, hey, come meet the candidate. Everyone's paths cross for a reason, and we're all here to uplift and share. And like Bad Bunny's message to me was, about joy. Like you said, it was also joyous. Maybe you didn't understand all the words, but man, you can just get up and shake your bottom and have a great time. And, and
it was a vibe.
And that's what we all need right now, is to put down, to find a way to find joy, whether it's through eating your favorite food or trying a new food or listening to some music, jumping around in your room, doing a little bit of yoga or get on your bike, playing, having some fun, and just being human again. So that way we can stop and work towards the better good for all of humanity, that, hey, come on over. We'll share some arroz con pollo with you, and we'll go to the cookout and eat over there too. And that's what this is about. Is how do we find joy again as a nation? So I'm all about figuring out ways to heal. So thank you for being here to share your platforms and your products and your heart and your services. Thank you for being part of the Super Comadre Claudia show today. All right, friends. So that was episode, 325 and many more. So this was episode 325. We're in season 10. It's been 10 years and I am loving every moment and every chance that I get to uplift others. And that's what we need to keep doing. Uplift a story, a resource, an event. And thank you for watching. Connect with us if you have something that you would like for us to put on our platform and share. And thanks again to all of our amazing sponsors, Men Awake, Cookie Face Cosmetics, Chris Piñon Media Studios, Ilsa's Glam Boutique. Thank you so much for sponsoring. Oh, and Men Awake. Did I say Men Awake? Yeah. For sponsoring La Super Comadre Claudia show and the Claudia Macias podcast. Now, until the next time, adios. Tan tan. Tan tan. Gracias por haber estado aquí en el show Catching Up with Claudia. Tan tan, ¿ya terminamos? Okay, bye.